Bitch, you special.
Him special.
Him downstairs.
This is Petty with Good Intentions. I'm Gabby.
And I'm Kirk. We back.
Ready to drop knowledge on the children. Yes.
Stand on the children.
Our intentions are good, but our thoughts are petty.
For sure.
Absolutely. You started already.
I see you and I get hyped.
I know.
So what are we talking about today?
Oh, wow. Okay, so today we are going to talk about being the exception.
Okay.
Let me explain what I mean by this.
I would appreciate that.
And hopefully I'll get it right, because this was fed to me by our producer for this episode. Women thinking that they are the exceptional woman. Like every other woman is a basic bitch. I hate to use the word, but basic. They regular. There we go. But every woman feels like she is special. So how do I ask this question? Do men feel like they are exceptional?
I think it depends on what.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are some men that are very insecure. And so I'll give you an example. Me and the producer talked about this, not on podcast. Oh, not in the podcast world. I play pickleball. I never mention it, so just in case anybody was wondering. One of the people that I play with is very insecure, and so he always wants to win and always wants to hit it by you, and it has to be the special one that gets invited somewhere special or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so dumb because nobody really cares. So you have that kind of guy that just is really insecure, so they need that some sort of validation.
Okay.
But are you talking more like, my raptresses tell me that they're the special one? One of them even says they're the prize.
Yeah, like...
Is that what you mean?
Yeah, like
Okay.
From your perspective, do men ever think I'm the prize, or I'm the king, or I'm the...
I think men have figured out that they're all regular. And because they're all regular...
I love how you say regular.
Because of that, they stand out in different ways.
Okay.
Where I feel like sometimes women get caught up in being the Aaliyah, 1 in a million.
Oh, yes.
Well, if you're all 1 in a million, you're all a million.
Right.
Y'all regular.
We regular.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because
yeah.
every woman is striving in the same way to be the special, kitty cat. You're all kitty cat.
Okay.
So it's almost like the opposite of what guys tend to think. Guys are like, I'm regular, so let me shine in this other way.
Okay.
And stand out in my little group in this way. Maybe I'm a good basketball player, or maybe I have some clothes that look really nice on me, or maybe I show my guns strategically and smack them a little bit.
Crouching tiger hitting thirst traps. TikTok. That's Nosey with good intention.
But you know what I'm saying? Where
Yeah.
I feel like women are like, I've got my own place. I've got my own table. I'm running this town. I've got my bag. But it's like when there's 75 of you saying the same thing, you're all 75. Little basic. You know what I mean? When you increase the level and you're all hitting the same level, it's basic.
Okay. I get what you're saying. Okay, so I'm one of the ones who say, I got my own house. Got my bag. I got my business. I got my podcast. So I'm kind of regular.
Only because every other woman is doing the same thing. Trying to be Aaliyah.
Aaliyah. Okay. Well, see, I think for the men side, I don't think men think that they're regular. I think a lot of men that I know, I don't know a whole lot of men. Let me get that. I don't know a whole lot of men. But the men that I know of think that they walk on water. You know what I'm saying? Like they think that they are the shiznit, you know.
It may have been mentioned about our producer once or twice.
But they don't, like, I don't think he would ever describe himself as being regular. Like, I don't know a man who would ever say, I'm just a regular man.
Do you think there's some salesmanship in that?
But saying that they're regular, saying that they're not regular.
If you know you're regular and you've accepted that we're all regular, I need to stand out in some other way. I now need to sell that to you.
Well, yes, but I will never accept that I'm regular. I'm not regular. I am the Jason Momoa body, okay? This is not Donald Glover over here, but I love you, Donald. Don't at me. But that's with anybody, though. You know, they're going, when you meet somebody or you're trying to get to know somebody, of course you're going to give them your resume. That's going to have all your, I have my own house. I have my own car. Yeah. I don't know. I don't have any baby mamas. You know, they're going to put all that stuff up front because, again, most women, I guess, I'm not going to say these women are basic, but most women my age they have children. I'm not saying that they're single mothers because some of them are, not all of them, but they have children. They've been through a whole bunch of BS with their baby daddy, this, that, and the third. So there's a standard that they're not accepting anything lower than, I mean, if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or wherever you podcast, I'm holding up my hand to a certain level. YouTube. So if your standard is here and they're not going to accept anything lower. So a man has to come with his standard a little bit higher. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I know you have a child. I want to take care of you and your kid. I want to pay your mortgage. So of course he has to put his best foot forward or his resume to make sure he's not below the line, which below the line would be regular. Does that make sense?
Okay. So he's special in that he can pay the mortgage?
Any man that's offering to pay the mortgage is special to me. You want to pay my mortgage? Absolutely. We can go on a date. Pay the mortgage first. And I'll meet you at the restaurants.
Shut up.
Absolutely.
Is
That's
there
my
a certain
biggest
number
bill.
of dates that would be worth a mortgage payment? Just one? You're like, bitch, I'm a Leo. You get one.
When you meet me. Excuse me, beautiful. I'd like to pay your mortgage. Okay, where you want to have dinner at? You know? I'll give you my account number. Go ahead. Pay that mortgage. He doesn't have to, there's no requirements there. Just, sure, I'll date you if you pay my mortgage. Okay. I'm not a gold digger because I can pay my own mortgage. Clearly, I'm still in the house. But if you want to pay my bills.
Is that a requirement, though?
For me, no. Because I have my own money. I don't need your money.
Okay.
But you have to have your own money as well because I don't want to take care of you.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless I have to. But when I meet you, I don't want to have to take care. We're not starting out the gate with this. I got to make sure this is horrible. I got to make sure that you're worth it. Because I work hard for my money.
She works hard for the money. So hard for the money.
Yeah, so you better treat me right. But yeah, no.
Okay.
So I am Aaliyah. I'm one in a million. Because one of the things that are not my requirements is, well, I don't know. I'm just special. I think I'm special. I think I'm different from most women.
What do you think makes you different from most women?
Well, I don't think like most women. That's one thing. Okay. I think like a man. So I've been told.
It's been mentioned.
Yeah, a few times. 2 or 3, 5 or 6, but it's okay. But I don't think like most women. I don't need a lot of the, I guess, the things that most women feel like they need from a relationship. Like, I love companionship. I love to do things with people. I mean, you can ask my brother-in-law and my sister. Every time I do something, I'm with them. I love to be with people. but I don't have to be up under you every single day.
Okay.
So I love to spend time, but I don't want to occupy all your time. I see a lot of posts on the Facebook or on the TikTok or on the Instagram where women are like, a woman can be with the man all day, and as soon as he get ready to go with his friends, she's mad. I'm the complete opposite. Bye. Have fun. Good riddance, because I want to miss you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't miss you if you up under me every day. Every day is okay. But all day, every day?
Ever?
It's beautiful. It's beautiful to be in love. I was talking to my grandmother yesterday. And what were we talking? We were talking about something. And me and her opposites, like when it comes to how we think about men. Like, some aspects are the same, but the sex part is complete opposite. Like, she said she only had sex twice, and she had my mom and my uncle, and she could care less about having sex. I've had sex not 1,000 times. That sounds terrible. I've had sex more than twice, and I don't have any children. I told her she was doing it wrong. But every time you have sex, you have a kid. Yeah. But she said, God, I got lost up in the sex. She said something so good yesterday. So
it tends to happen here in the petty corner.
It does. I don't know what it is. Something's wrong with me. But we were talking about basically men and being up under somebody, and she said that there's not that much love in the world to be up under somebody all day and we were talking about taking care of men, because I said I'm not taking care of a man. I'm not taking care of a man who is an able-bodied working man. Basically, is what we were talking about. Now, if you're sick or you lose your job or whatever, and I have to step up, I have no choice because I decided to be with you. So you gotta take the good with the bad. But if you just lazy as hell, you got to go. So she was just saying that it's not that much love in the world for a woman to put up with a man, take care of a man, or even have sex with a man. But I'm like, there is enough love for that part. But anywho, how did she put this? Because I thought it was very wise.
Okay.
Now I
we love to drop knowledge on the children.
And she dropped knowledge on me. I just don't remember what the hell she said. Because I lost my point. I really did.
Got a little hungry.
I did get I told myself I was going to stop talking about intercourse on the Petty Podcast.
Okay. It's going well.
It's going so well. Because I was like, you know what? I talk about it a lot. It sounds like I'm like a nymphomaniac. Is that nympho? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I sound like.
I think a nymphomaniac doesn't really talk about it. They're too busy doing it. Just me, maybe.
That's a good point. But it sounds like I'm obsessed with it. And I'm not obsessed with.
I think it's because you're not getting it.
Oh, man, you just had to say it so blunt. Like, in case you didn't know.
Here's the difference. I say it as I'm rooting for you.
I'm so glad you're rooting for me. I think, because, everything looks greener. The grass look greener. So, sex is so, oh my God, sex! When you're not really having it. But if you're having it, you're like, it's regular. I don't know. When I was having sex, I never thought it was regular. But
well, when you've got water, you don't appreciate it. But in a drought, you really would love some water.
Yeah. So, I don't.
See how that example went? Analogy?
It was.
Dropping knowledge on the producer.
I actually love that analogy. That was wonderful. But I don't crave it. It's like.
It'd be nice.
It's like lobster.
Okay.
Yeah. I could eat lobster every day if I could afford it. You know what I'm saying? But I can't.
So
I can't afford lobster every day. I just don't want to pay for lobster every day. We get that right. I got money. But it's nice to have, Yeah. It's nice to have. It's not a requirement because I can just eat shrimp. Never mind, I don't want shrimp.
This analogy's not going well.
It's a luxury. Okay. It's not a necessity. It's a luxury. So it's a want and not a need.
Okay. So sex is not a need.
It's not a need.
You don't sound confident. in your answer.
No, we're not supposed to be talking about sex on a
that's right.
podcast.
That's right.
But no, sex is not a need. It's a want.
Okay.
That's up with everything. Like I don't need
air.
That's a terrible. I don't need a Lamborghini.
Okay.
But
it's nice to ride one every once in a while.
But it's nice to be a basic car would do me just fine.
Yeah.
A 1993 Toyota would get me the same place a Lamborghini would with less gas.
True.
And cheaper
Especially
insurance. Yeah, especially now. If you're watching this in 2022. The first half of the year. Because hopefully it'll be down by the second half of the year. But who knows, right? But anywho, so that's what it's like that. It's like I don't need physical.
Okay.
Do I want it? Of course. Who doesn't? That's like.
So you think like a man. That's
one. Yeah.
That's one sort of tick in your box. Is there any others?
Yes, I am. Yeah. Okay. So I think like a man, not preferably, but I guess I just do. I can't help it. I don't need a lot of time and attention. I don't need you to reassure me all the time because there's a lot of needy women out there who need to be told every day, all day that I love you. Mm-hmm. I only want you. I'm not insecure whatsoever. I'm not jealous at all because there's only one me. And even though I may be tethering on the line of being a basic bitch, I am not basic. It's me. Like you'll never meet another person like me, and don't say you ever have because you have. So.
I was just saying a general It wasn't specifically about my Gabby. It was.
I'm just saying. It's just me. Even though I am a twin, we are completely different. Our mindsets are way different, and I love that about us because I don't know. I think the world can handle two of me. I can't handle two of me. So it's only one of me. So that's what I feel like this makes me different because I don't want what the most traditional women want, which is to be smothered,
covered in cap,
chunked. Smothered, covered in chunks. I don't require all that. I just need. I read a post that said just because a woman wants the bare minimum doesn't mean you should settle and give her the bare minimum. She deserves more than that. But I'm not saying I'm good with the bare minimum, but bare minimum. I'm like a low maintenance chick. That's me. That's what makes me different.
So do you think the bare minimum sort of goes, I mean, that post specifically said women, but I mean, do you think that's be the same, like coming from the female to the male? Well,
see, most men, I'm not going to say most men, some men. I don't know many men, but oh God, this is going to come out so wrong. Women tend to be a little bit more high maintenance.
Okay.
Most women do. A man is just, I never known of a man to be high maintenance. Now I know, like, I think I told a story about one guy said he wanted to have sex 5 times a day. To me, that's not really high maintenance. That's just stupid. Yeah. But yeah, like work and, have a life, have a hobby. Yeah. So who has time to have sex 5 times a day? I mean, unless you're on vacation. That's different. We're not on vacation every day.
I'd like to see some places.
Yeah, I would too.
I mean, we can have sex in those places.
Yeah, that will be awesome, but we got to get there first. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then if you do it a lot, it doesn't make
on-the-way action's fine.
Yeah.
You know what? It's not sounding as bad now that we've sort of talked through it.
Yeah, I'm just saying having sex all day is great, but it loses its niceness.
5 times a day. Jesus.
Yeah, you got to
take the wheel.
I don't work. If I'm having sex with you 5 times a day, I don't work. We're talking about sex again. Anywho, the point is,
I wouldn't mind being a housewife.
Exactly. If you want sex 5 times a day, then I don't need to work.
We don't even have to have sex 5 times a day. I just still like to be a housewife.
I mean, yeah. But still, if I'm at home.
Yeah. That's one way to get the mortgage paid.
Yeah. You get lonely. Like, you know what, honey?
Oh, no, I'd be out and about.
Yeah. See, I don't know. See, I'm bad about asking for money. One thing I do not do is ask for money.
Okay.
I don't want, I got to have my own.
Okay.
I'm one of those women. I got to have my own. I would love to spend your money. If you want me to spend your money, fine. That's fine. But chances are I won't spend your money because I have my own money. I can save my money.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't spend another man's money.
Well, my rapturesses tell me they want to keep their bag and spend theirs. Spend the other person.
Yeah, and that's wonderful. I just can't do that.
Okay.
I mean, I've never met well, I do know a millionaire. I've never dated or dealt with. So, okay, that's a lie. Okay, I've never.
The story's getting worse and worse.
It is. Okay, so I did date a guy who made high six figures, almost $1 million, but I never asked him for money. He never gave me money. He spoiled me and took me places and all that other stuff. And we spent his money, but as far as in me having my hand out, no. Yeah. And I would pay sometimes too, because it's not up to him to pay for everything. But most men, I don't know any men who, like, their standards are on physical stuff. Big booty, big boobies, no stomach. Like, I never hear a man say, I want a woman to treat me like a king. I want her to rub my shoulders or rub my feet or encourage me through the day, send me news while I'm at work. I've never heard a man say those type of things. So I don't know what the bare minimum for me for a man is how a woman looks. And I could be wrong, but they don't.
I mean, I think it makes sense. I think it's a priority thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think the priority starts with visual. But I think those other things, those come with we're now together. I think there's a difference between getting together and being together for men. Those seem to be two very separate things.
Getting together. What would be like a requirement for getting together?
I would think the getting together seems to be highly visual.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the being together, that's where the treating like a king, cooking a meal, those things become more important.
Yeah, but how do you... Okay, it would suck. I'm assuming for her to be just beautiful and gorgeous and you get her and she don't do none of that. Because she's too busy being beautiful and gorgeous and being an Instagram model.
Well, then she goes away.
I know some men who deals
or you
with
get
it.
stuck.
Yeah.
Or a guy feels stuck.
Yeah. So men mostly don't.
Then you're the stuck girl. Did you want to be the stuck girl?
Is he paying my mortgage? Because I'll be stuck all day if he's paying mortgage.
I don't want to be with anybody that feels like they're stuck with me.
I'm just saying.
You're like, the mortgage getting paid is a little higher priority over here.
No, but my priority in any relationship is to be happy. Okay. And that's not just with, with a date or my partner. It's with my friends too, to be like, I love when you're here because I'm happy. Yeah. You make me happy. Yeah. So it's to be happy. It's to have fun, to enjoy life, because there's so many other bad things going on. True. You want that relationship, whatever relationship you're in, to be happy, to bring you laughter, because laughter is the best medicine. True. So, that's my priority. Am I happy? That's my number one.
So do you want somebody funny? You're like, make me laugh while you pay the mortgage.
The producer just said paying bills is hilarious. If you didn't
you
hear
pay
that.
my mortgage. Ooh, boo, you so funny.
I think everything you say is funny. No, do I want someone that's funny? I want someone with a sense of humor. Yes, I think that's important. Like, I don't want a comedian.
What's the difference between funny and sense of humor?
Where we could not take things. Okay, being funny is a jokester. Tell jokes all the time. Okay. And then having a sense of humor is not taking things so serious that you can laugh at stuff. You know? So, and I want somebody who could laugh at things. I don't want someone who can look at something. I don't want a comedian. Okay. Because, I think comedians I love comedians. I love to laugh. But I can't tell jokes. And you might tell a joke that may be funny, but like if you're joking with me, going back and forth, I can't come back at you. And you might say something to hurt my feelings. And then it takes it from being a joke to we get to the nitty gritty. We about to fight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I can't hang with that. That's not on my level. Okay. I'm low in that part. Okay. So because I don't think I'm funny.
So you just want somebody to laugh.
to laugh with. You
Okay.
know, you can tell a joke
see
every
that.
now and then, but I don't know
Yeah.
any jokes. All my jokes, I do know jokes, but they suck.
Why don't you tell me one?
Okay, so a mom tomato and a dad tomato and a baby tomato was walking across the street. And so the baby tomato was walking too slow. So the mom turned around and she stepped on him and said, "Ketchup."
I think that's a dad joke.
Well, I first heard it and I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah. It's cute. It's cute.
An old white lady told me the joke, but I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny.
Granny got you together.
Yeah. So yeah, I can't tell jokes.
Yeah. That was funny.
Yeah,
That was cute.
yeah.
Yeah.
But see, you would laugh if the producer here would go womp womp womp.
It's because he's a dad.
Yeah, but see, he should get it because he is a dad.
Yeah, but his sense of humor is questionable.
I didn't say it.
I said it.
But I was thinking. Oh my God, Brittany!
I'm about to have a BF.
I love that you got that. So, but yeah, sense of humor. You have to be able to laugh.
Okay.
But my priority is to have fun.
Okay.
And if you have money, okay, you don't have to pay my mortgage. I pay my own mortgage.
It's a luxury.
It's a luxury, you know. But I'm hoping you have your own mortgage.
Okay.
That would be nice.
So if you did meet somebody, you have your mortgage, they have their mortgage, would you buy a house together? Or
If
would
we
you
got
continue
married?
your separate mortgages?
If we got married,
Okay.
I would rent out my property. He would rent out his property, and we would get a property together.
Okay.
That's what I would think. I
Yeah.
mean, if he unless he knows more better ways than I do, anything that's gonna make us money. But yeah, I'm not stuck on staying in this undisclosed location for the rest of my life. I'm open to new options.
Okay.
So yeah, okay. With Only, like, what's one of the priorities with Only?
Like what makes him special to me?
Mm-hmm. Because Only is not regular.
He's not regular.
He is not regular.
I think it's genuinely how he looked at me. Is that weird?
No.
It's very like I remember on our first date. I know I was beaming because I was having a lot of fun. But there was this moment where I looked over. I don't even remember. The sad part is I don't even remember where we were because we did several activities throughout the day. I just remember looking over and I caught him looking at me, and it was just that look.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. That was all I needed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's so romantical.
But I mean, you know,
Yeah.
I think it's weird because I think I got really lucky in the way of I was talking to someone else and I got ghosted. It's on an episode. I've already talked about it. You have to dig in the archives for that one. But that person that I was talking to before taught me exactly what I didn't want. And so when me and Only met, it was what I was looking for, my revised list. And he met all of them. And then he looked at me. And that sealed it right away for me.
Wow.
You know?
I don't know, but
But I mean, you have to put are you on the dating apps yet? Not to call you out.
He called me out. No, I'm not. So the only reason why I'm not on the dating apps is because I haven't had time.
Okay.
The only apps I've downloaded on my phone, this is really sad, was Amazon, because I was tired of going online and I need to order some stuff. So I downloaded Amazon and an app called Fetch where you scan all your receipts and you get every 10,000 points, you get a $10 gift card of your choice. And that's been my thing. I've been taking everybody to receipts. If you have any, please give them to me. If you have any receipts, please email them to noseywithgoodintentions@gmail.com. I would love to get your points. So those are only apps. That's the highlight of my day is you got a receipt.
So maybe we should start with one. Just downloading it. I downloaded the first app I downloaded and I didn't open it for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But I downloaded it.
Like you did with the TikTok. Did you download it and you didn't?
I still haven't opened it.
You still haven't opened it? Okay.
I still haven't opened it. I think I may have deleted it.
Oh.
Because my phone's doing this thing now where if I don't go on an app for a while,
it makes it uninstalls it.
Yes. Which I love. Love.
Yeah.
Because I'm realizing like I don't use 95% of this phone.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
I'm about to start deleting stuff.
Oh.
Because I don't use it.
Well, see, I have a lot of apps that I don't use, but I have a lot that I do use. So the bad thing is when it uninstalls it, that's when I need it. And then I forgot my password. I got to reset everything. It's a whole mess. I hate when it does that. Just let me make the decision if I want it on my phone or not, I guess. I mean, I have I pay for extra storage.
Yeah.
But anywho, so that your list is what made only the elite.
Yeah.
Or
it wasn't an elite. It wasn't an elite list. It was be nice. I mean, really, like me and Michael decades ago. Now it feels like, I used to joke 18 and breathing's optional. Like, can you breathe a couple of days a week? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I think for me, that worked for me. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't have any expectation. Make me smile. Make me feel like you want to be here. That doesn't require paying the mortgage. That doesn't require, you know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't require anything but for you to honestly be present.
Yeah.
And that's not a lot to ask, I don't think.
I don't think either. I think that's very reasonable.
So that was my list.
Oh. And then you got the look.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Oh.
Which was nice.
That's romantic.
It's nice to get it.
I don't know.
I hadn't gotten it for a very, very long time. So it was nice to get it. Like 10 years.
It's been like 30-some years. I've never gotten a look. But that's okay. Yeah. That's okay. Because when I do get it, I will appreciate it.
That's right.
So
that's right. And it'll mean something.
It will. So I don't see most men say things that they want things like that. They just want a girl that's, I mean, even if you look at what requirements for a woman to be, and we had it in a previous petty episode, gotta go in the archives for that one, where a man was saying that his list of treating women like a queen was cooking and having bomb sex. And I'm like, cooking and sex? I can do that myself.
Now that we got our rose.
Now that we have our rose. But that's the requirements of treating me like a queen.
But see, it's interesting that you say that because on the men's side, I believe you were the one you said this to me once. It may have been in a group of us. I can't remember. But a man saying, I can hire a prostitute.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the difference?
Right.
If you can cook and rose all by yourself,
all by myself,
and the man can hire a prostitute because he can afford it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, it's almost sort of this like competition of who needs the other more,
right? Which
to me sounds awful.
It does, and I think like for me, if I cannot tell I can't say these actions is what a woman should do to make a man feel like a king, because I will never be a king. Only a man can say these things makes me feel like a king. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if a woman says, well, I cook for him, I clean for him, I am his support, I worship the ground he walks on, whatever, you can do all those things and he still may not feel like a king because you don't, I don't know, suck his big toe or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So a man, see, I kept it very, very PG. So, and I do mean the toe. But you know, it's like, when the post that says
the pinky toe would have been too much.
Yeah, it has to be the big toe. Yeah, girth. So this is like the post that says a real man treats a woman like this, or a real woman, and I'm like, it's depend on the man or the woman. Like, if you say I want to treat you like a queen, what do you require? That's a whole different conversation. I can say, oh well, for you to treat me like a queen, I need more than a cooked meal and sex.
Yeah,
even
bomb.
Yeah. So there's not an industry standard, I guess. It's individual.
Oh, absolutely.
For that king queen thing, which is.
But I think some of it sometimes with men is, I may mess up this quote, but Michael, like, man, she bad.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I think men might perpetually be 13 to 17 years of age mentally.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is, but there seems to be, especially with straight men, it's very hard to find a straight man that has progressed past 17 mentally.
Yeah.
And I think that's where this whole visual thing comes in, like, ooh, she bad, I need a bad bitch.
Yeah.
My chick bad, all that bad stuff. And where I feel like that's where me and Only kind of got lucky. Is we're not stuck in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, before we even met each other, we weren't stuck in that moment.
Right.
And there are a lot of men that aren't stuck in that moment, but there's also a lot of men that are.
There are, yeah.
And unfortunately for most women, I think they tend to meet that group of guys before they meet the other guys. Because the other guys are busy doing productive stuff, finding balance in life, and
right.
And so it's harder to find them because they're a little less available.
Right. Well, so I saw this post on YouTube.
Okay.
I was looking up hairstyles.
Okay.
And I don't know why this came up, but this one, and I watched a little bit of it because it broke my heart a little bit, and it just listen to this girl talk. She was basically saying something. I don't know her name or whatever, and I don't even want to find the video again. But if I do, I'll have Michael link it below, whatever. But I'm not gonna put any effort in there, so don't
hold your breath.
Please don't. I'm not responsible. But she was saying that it sucks to be one of the girls who aren't Lori Harvey pretty. That she is the YouTuber was saying that, she feel like she has all these great qualities, but no guy is giving her a chance because she doesn't look like Lori Harvey or Rihanna,
okay,
or whatever. And I was like, girl, you are gorgeous. I mean, I thought she was, but
did you?
I okay. I thought she was gorgeous, but she wasn't like Rihanna gorgeous. Okay. Like, I think I'm gorgeous, but I'm not a Rihanna gorgeous.
It's hard to be Rihanna gorgeous.
Yeah, I mean, that's a standard that I don't care to meet. Like, yeah. I'd rather have an eyelash halfway up, halfway down. I'm good with not being perfect. You look at Rihanna, she's perfect. You know, you look at Beyonce, she's perfect. You look at all these other, Lori Harvey, she's perfect. Okay. I don't want to be perfect.
Yeah. It seems like a lot of work.
It does. And I'm fine with not looking perfect every day. I'm not regular. I just want to get that out there. But so, it broke my heart for her to compare herself to other women. She wasn't saying anything bad about them at all. She went about their beauty, but that falls in that category of men wanting the bad bitch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I want a baddie. She bad. So that kind of broke my heart for her to, like, girl. I mean, I never thought of it that way for me because I don't care to look like them. I think they're gorgeous women, but that's them, and I'm me. So, but yeah, I thought that was sad. But for women, it's
unfortunate though.
It is, but the thing is, Lori Harvey does not look like that all day. I mean, maybe half her day, but just not her every day. I mean, if she do, God darn, girl, that's wonderful. I'm not hating, but it takes a lot of hair and makeup and time and effort to look that way.
A whole team, probably.
Yeah. So, not saying that she wouldn't be gorgeous without all the makeup and stuff, but that's time out of your day. Like I threw this face on, and you probably can tell it took me like 3 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have the time to have a makeup. I don't have time to. I don't know how to learn how to do makeup that way. But I don't feel like I need it. I'm not saying she needs it, but still. But she kind of felt, because she wasn't. I mean, unfortunately, within the Black community, most people tend to say light skinned women are prettier than my skin, brown skin, chocolate women. So, and she was like my color. And I'm like, girl, I feel you. Because sometimes you feel like when men do have their, I guess, exceptional woman list or whatever, red or yellow is number one on their list. There are very few men who say, I like chocolate women, or I like brown women, or I just like Black women in general. Yeah. But if you are light skinned, you have an advantage over all other women. And that's just me speaking from what I've seen in some experience. So, and I felt bad for her.
Yeah.
So, but I love my melanin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Popping. Okay. I mean, I love my skin. I don't want to be light skinned. I love it. Yes. It's beautiful. All skin is beautiful. Black, white, yellow, brown, red, green, whatever you want to be it. Yeah. But again, there is always that within our community. Of course, we're racist against our own people, dumbasses, who think that, the lighter you are, the prettier you are. And that's not necessarily true. I have high yellow nieces, and they are gorgeous, but I feel like they would be gorgeous if they were deep, dark chocolate brown. I mean, I think...
I didn't hear you say the word nieces, and I was like, she's about to shit on somebody.
Oh, no.
And then you went, they're gorgeous, and I was like, oh, never mind.
That's the other twin that shits on bitches.
That's true. She be shitting on bitches hard.
She be shitting on bitches. Me, primarily me. But yeah, so I felt bad for her.
I'm fascinated by this skin color, light and dark. Mm-hmm. That's weird.
I agree.
Like I've learned a lot over the last couple of years, but that's so strange to me that there's such a, like, to me, okay, maybe I'm weird. It's very rare that I'm like, that's an ugly man, mm-hmm. or that's an ugly woman. It's very rare. It's not a daily activity. Like, most people, I think, are generally attractive in some way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't look at, I see people, but I don't look at people, if that makes sense. Like, oh, okay, I see him. Excuse me. Thank you. Good morning. Hello. But I'm not looking like,
ooh. Girl, how many ugly trees did you hit?
Honey, she was beat down with an ugly tree. You know what I'm saying? So unless I'm interested, I'm not saying I'm not interested in people.
Yeah.
I love people. I'm a person, so I love people. But I don't pay attention. Yeah. Like, I see you exist, but it's good morning, hi, whatever. But it's not like, oh my gosh, she has that belt on with those shoes. No, I don't look that hard. Yeah, I don't care what you got on. I mean, unless you're wearing Style by Gabby, that is www.stylebygabby.com. You're cute and whatever.
Means you're fashionable.
Yeah.